Hello again, everyone. This is Mr. Tanner, and today we are going to learn how to use a codon chart and a codon wheel. So these are two different tools that let you translate that three-letter codon of mRNA and figure out exactly what amino acid that mRNA sequence is going to code for. So I'm going to show you how to use a codon chart and a codon wheel. I want you to be able to use both of them because you never know on any sort of test or anything else which one of those tools you'll be given. So it's useful to know how to use both. I personally think the codon wheel is a little bit easier to use. So whichever it is, if it's a codon chart or a codon wheel, they let you translate that three-letter mRNA codon into an amino acid. So let's look at an example. We're going to do the codon CAG. So that's going to be our three-letter mRNA sequence that's going to code for a specific amino acid. And the way this works is we need to look at each letter individually. So the first letter in the sequence is a C. On the codon chart, which is this, on that codon chart, there is the first letter is on the left-hand side. So the first letter tells us what row we need to be looking in, and in this case, it's the row of C. So our amino acid is going to be in that row. The second letter, in this case an A, tells us what column to look in. So the second letter being an A tells us that we're going to be in this column. And you'll notice that there's a region of overlap between that column and that row. So we're in the same, this area here is the overlap between the row of C and the column of A. And then finally we get to the third letter, which in this case is a G, and we follow that G over. So then we get the area where all three lines overlap. And again, it confirms that the thing is CAG. And the three-letter code for that amino acid is GLN. And when I look at GLN over here, I know that it is glutamine. So I can use this chart to say that this codes for glutamine. So that's using the codon chart. You use the first letter for the row, so first letter for the row, second letter for the column, third letter for the row, but coming from the other side, and it will tell you the sequence, and it'll tell you the three-letter code, and then we can use that three-letter code to figure out the amino acid. Let's do another example using the codon wheel. Codon wheels serve the same purpose as a codon chart. I think they're a little bit easier to use because we just read them. So codon wheels are read inside to out. So we're going to start in the innermost circle, and then we'll work our way towards the outside of the circle as we go through our three-letter code. So let's use the example A, U, G. Well, our first letter is A, our second letter is U, and our third letter is G, so we're going to work our way inside out. We start in the A, we proceed to the U, then we go to the G, and it tells us that that is methionine. M-E-T, the three-letter code, is for methionine. And sorry that the quality of that image is not great. It's spelled methionine, M-E-T-H-I-O-N-I-N-E, methionine. If we did a second example here, let's do C-C-G. Well, then we start in C, we proceed to the C, and then we go out to the G, and that tells us that it is PRO, which is proline, PRO, proline. So in my mind, it's much easier to use this codon wheel because it's just inside out. You don't need to pay attention to rows and columns, but both work. And as long as you have a chart like this that allows you to compare the three-letter amino acid code to what the actual amino acid is, it's pretty easy to just take a string of 3-letter codons and then figure out all the amino acids that would be built in that protein, and that's exactly what you will be doing in your next task. If you have any questions on how this works or how to use either the codon chart or the codon wheel, be sure to ask, but hopefully this resource will help you with the next task. Thanks for watching.